I was getting 100,000 views per day once I figured out how to bend the YouTube algorithm to my will. And no, I didn't get shoutouts from famous YouTubers or buy subscribers from a sketchy Indian provider. We were just two 15-year-olds who figured out how to dominate the YouTube competition. Luckily for you, we're gonna teach you how to get so good at YouTube you can't stop going viral. Act 1. How YouTube actually works. Going viral and blowing up on YouTube is not as hard as you think. And no, it's not just luck.
Jimmy, how much of YouTube you think is luck versus skill?
It's 99% skill.
I would say it's 98% skill.
95% skill.
With that knowledge, all you need to know is how the YouTube algorithm works. Here's what the largest creator in the world had to say about that.
What YouTube wants is they want people to click on a video and they want to watch it. Like, at its core, that's what it is. Literally, that's it. If people are clicking and watching, then it gets promoted more. And that's literally all the algorithm does, is reflect what the people want.
It really is that simple. All you need to do is create videos that people click on and watch, and that's it. But there's so many others doing the same thing, so here's how you stand out. I've gotten my channel to over 16 million views, and I'm gonna teach you everything that I know in this video. And if you follow all of the steps that I'm gonna give you in this video, I almost guarantee that your next video is gonna go viral. Understanding how to grow on YouTube can be very hard. Trust me, I know. I was in the same place, waking up and checking my phone just to see that I gained no subscribers. But just recently, I grew my other channel to over 70,000 subscribers and over 16 million views. And naturally, I have been getting a lot of comments from you guys asking us to help you out. In fact, that's exactly what we did when we helped grow one of our clients' channels to over 1,000 subscribers and over 400k views. But if you want personal mentorship to get yourself into the top 5% of YouTube worldwide, click the top link in the description. And remember, there's only 3 more spots available at 25% off. Act 2. Ideation Strategy. No matter how good your editing, scripting, or video is, with a trash idea, you might as well just stick your finger in a pencil sharpener and crank away. That's why this step is so crucial for your success. So here's how you come up with a good idea with the 3 pillars of ideation. Number 1. You need to understand the intricacies of your niche. Who's your audience? What do they want? What are they insecure about? By understanding these questions, you can now form a great idea. Number 2. Be relevant and target the largest areas of your niche. So don't make a video on a super specific topic. So let me show you 2 examples of videos from our channel. So we have one video talking about how hell looks like in different religions, and the other one talking about finding Cain's city. If you don't know, Cain is a character in the Bible, and finding his city is like a very specific part of his story. So if you had to guess, which one would you say performed better? So the video talking about how hell looks like in all different religions appealed to the mass audience that we had, which were people who watched videos on mythology and a bunch of different religions, whereas Finding Cain's City was very specific and targeted one part or one demographic of our audience. This caused this video to outperform the other one like crazy. You can see that when the idea is broader, it gives more people a reason to click and watch your video. Number 3. Research your niche. See what works and copy it. Or if you really want to blow up, find out how you can make it better or add a twist to it. Also, make sure you look out for trends and see what is popular right now. Wait, I know you're probably getting excited to go and start your own video, but there's something I need to tell you that can either make or break your YouTube channel. Act 3. Creating the bait. The title and thumbnail are crucial for how your video does on YouTube, but they also show something else. Depending on how amazing your idea is, you'll be able to create a title and thumbnail that entices people to click on and watch your video. However, if your video idea is bad, you'll have a hard time creating a title and thumbnail that actually wants to make people click on and watch your video. Here's a video that's very obvious what the reasons to watch are. As you can see, 50 YouTubers fight for $1 million. The title is very catchy and would make somebody want to click and watch the video. As well, you can see in the thumbnail itself there's so many famous YouTubers like Speed, KSI, Mr. Beast himself, and Mark Rober. This covers a large audience because people would want to watch their favorite YouTubers in this video. And again, the title says $1 million, and that's already interesting itself, giving the viewer a reason to click and watch the video. And here's an example of another video. It says Asgard in 4K, with scenic relaxation film with calming music created by AI. People would want to watch this video because you can see the big text saying Asgard 4K and AI. People would want to see what Asgard looks like in 4K, and also they know that Thor lived in Asgard, which is made of gold, and you can see that Asgard in the picture is also made of gold. So this has to be a good video, right? You might as well just stick your finger in a pencil sharpener and crank away. So the golden rule of having a thumbnail and title is to give the viewer a reason to click and watch your video. Now, when comparing the title and thumbnails, your thumbnail is the main part of the bait. It should immediately let anyone in your niche know what is going on. And if you want prolonged success on YouTube, you can't be making clickbait titles. That may get you some initial views, but down the line it'll only hold you back. Remember that most people look at the thumbnail before the title, so make sure that you have a very good title and that it's not undermined by the low quality of a crusty thumbnail. Most YouTubers don't even use a single frame from their video to be the thumbnail of that video. This is because they know the importance of having a thumbnail that can reel all the fish in. Your title should back up the thumbnail and provide a strong reason to watch the video. Our titles often ask a question, but some of our other videos simply give context on what the video is going to be about because they were generally good ideas, but your video cannot be done without providing your viewers some good value. Act 4. The content. Your video should consistently provide the viewer with a reason to watch your video, and so your script should simply be a plan to keep your viewers watching as long as possible. Your video should be like a story. You should be able to get them from one point to another without making the road they follow too bumpy or confusing. You have to remember that the average attention span of a human is 15 to 30 seconds, and so you have to keep refilling their dopamine as much as possible so that it becomes impossible for them to click off. A good rule of thumb would be to have a change in scenario every 3 to 6 seconds of your video, and for shorts this duration is even shorter. This could mean having a new transition, a stock video, more animations, or even a funny joke. Make sure to have these bits of dopamine consistently split through your video's informative parts to keep them engaged. If you ignore this, your video flies by too quickly without allowing your viewer any time to digest what you just said. So reel them in and keep them there. The best way to do this, no matter how long your video is, whether short or long form, is to make a structured script. Act 5. Script writing and storytelling. When you're elaborating on the points that you make in a video, make sure that you do it in a detailed but concise manner. If you create a 20-minute long video talking about dog recipes, but 15 minutes of that is talking about how your dog loves carrots, then that could have easily been made into a 5-minute video. The viewer retention on that 20-minute video would only be around 1 minute because they came to watch dog recipes, not carrots. But when you condense that 20-minute long video into a 5-minute video, the viewer retention would be much higher because you're actually talking about what the viewer came to watch. Don't trim down your video too much though, or that will simply hurt your engagement because the video will feel way too fast-paced. A pro tip is just to imagine yourself talking to the camera. You should make them feel as if they are listening to what you have to say and asking questions. And never make your script sound like a list of instructions. No one likes to be told what to do. And do not use the same transition words to continue your video because this will make your video sound monotonous or boring. You can counter this by using examples, metaphors, or having good storytelling. But here is an advanced secret that every big YouTuber abuses in order to get more money with their videos. Take a look at these videos. What do you notice is common with all of them? Yeah, they are all above 8 minutes. This is because YouTube has a rule where a video has to be more than 8 minutes in order to have mid-roll ads applied to the video. And that is where the real money comes in. This is why YouTubers will do absolutely everything to keep you watching their 8 to 9 minute video when in reality it could have easily been a 3 to 4 minute video. However, this extra yap strategy is strategically used to prolong the video, but to also create a stronger personal connection with the viewers, keeping them there for longer. But compared to you talking about how your dog loves carrots, this actually adds a sense of value to the viewer rather than unnecessarily stretching it out. Now, moving on to the most crucial part of your script, the intro. If your first few sentences don't fulfill the bait of your thumbnail or title, then your video will seem very clickbaity and simply unrelated, making people click off because they were left unsatisfied. This sounds complicated, but it really isn't. The easiest way to resolve this is by simply restating your title in the first few sentences. We use this tactic on you. Don't believe us? Luckily for you, we're gonna teach you how to get so good at YouTube, you can't stop going viral. By doing this, this will confirm to the viewer that they have clicked on the right video. What you don't want to do is ask for likes, subscribers, and money right at the beginning of your video. Again, people don't like to be told what to do. Also, if you're watching this video up to this point, I know you're smart enough not to have this as an intro. Act 6. Filming. Whether you're making faceless content like we did or making talking head content like what I'm doing right now, it is important to get as many clips as possible to use in your video. Remember that you'll be switching through clips every 3 to 6 seconds to keep them engaged. Having a long A-roll can make your video very boring and long, and people will just want to click off your video immediately. This is a crucial step, so don't take it with a grain of salt. The improvements to the retention on your videos will be much higher than they were before. But this whole video guide cannot be completed without what I'm gonna tell you next. Act 7. Editing. The key to having a successful video is to have good editing. Good editing can also help you stand out from your competition. And a key component of editing is pacing. What do you think is the slowest type of video? That's right, 4-hour nature documentaries. Yet even these nature documentaries switch between their clips every 5 seconds. So what does that say about your video? You might not have enough going on in your video to engage your audience. Of course, this depends on your genre of video and your audience. For example, self-improvement YouTubers like Hamza or Sam Sulek can talk straight into a camera for an hour and still get thousands of views. But for the most part, having consistent changes throughout your video will help your audience retention, especially as a beginner. So make sure to research the best creators in your niche and see how they edit. Wait, I know you're probably scrolling down in the comments right now because you have the attention span of a goldfish, but the next thing I'm going to tell you is the most underrated editing tip ever. Make sure that the editing in your video is kind of like a roller coaster. It has its ups and downs where it has a lot of editing and then it has no editing. By doing this, you create huge contrast in your video, keeping the viewer engaged and wanting to watch more. And the best way to do this is to make sure that you use music and sound effects. And the music that you use in your video should simply match the genre of your topic. If you have a calm video topic and you're using rock and roll music, that's just not going to work and it's going to ruin your entire video. And when it comes to using sound effects, make sure you have the 3 fundamental ones, which are risers, hits, and drones. These create a much more immersive experience in your video, keeping your viewer engaged for longer. So yeah, that is the formula to create viral videos on YouTube. But if you want personal mentorship where we guide you on making your video, click the top link in the description and we'll help you out.